That sound on the trucks that drove through the neighborhoods were probably first heard here in and around Youngstown in 1922.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.
Everything that went on here when it opened on April 4th, 1922 was Burt's vision of what he wanted his business to look like. And by all accounts, especially in the local newspaper, it was a spectacular vision. So we're honoring Harry Burt, one of the great Youngstown Mahoning Valley entrepreneurs. We're honoring what he created in this space and opened to the public exactly 100 years ago today. And we want to make sure the community understands and appreciates all that, so going forward this story continues to be told. April 4th, 2022 is exactly 100 years to the day since Burt's opened at this location to the public with much fanfare. It was for him the realization of his business plan, what he wanted to create in terms of an ideal space for manufacturing and retail sales and public gatherings. And it functioned that way for several years after. Unfortunately, Mr. Burt passed away in 1926. His wife took ownership of his portion of the company. They had already started going public and selling franchises for Good Humor ice cream. Then in 1928, a group of investors bought out the Burt's share and all the patents that went with the Good Humor brand. Everything about Good Humor, the name, which is a folk medicinal term, good humor means good health. The distribution systems, which were sidewalk sales here in downtown Youngstown, plus also he bought a fleet of freezer trucks to take the Good Humor ice cream suckers out in the neighborhoods to sell them. All of that, the franchising, started here in Youngstown. So that concept of good humor that went through much of the 20th century was formed here in Youngstown. And I would say that that sound on the trucks that drove through the neighborhoods were probably first heard here in and around Youngstown in 1922. We are continuing our Harry Burt Donor Bar program, which is a way of people from the community celebrating this building and its redevelopment, but also helping us in perpetuity by making contributions to buy donor bars, which are handmade at Wendell August. They're in 3 categories: aluminum, bronze, and copper. And they all have that wonderful ice cream bar on it, and people can customize it with their name or a name of a loved one or a business. And all of the donor bars we've sold, which currently our proceeds are up around $70,000, are on exhibit here in the building in each of the elevator lobbies on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd floor. So we're pushing for selling another 100 donor bars to mark 100 years throughout this spring and summer and into the fall.
There you go. This is a great breakfast.
Yes, we'll have some of the major food groups in it, but
All right.
away we go.
Perfect.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.